Thank goodness I looked at that. Sorry, guys. Facebook and YouTube, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry, I was muted. It's always something. Always something. Madam Butterfly, good morning. How are you? How is everybody today? Welcome in. I'm just trying to get everything started. It is 7:08. If you're just joining in, please share out the live. Let people know that we're here. I do go over exercises Monday through Friday. We have a little program that we do every week. We change it up every week, but we also keep some of the things the same so you can build some consistency, get familiar with it, and feel good about doing it on your own. I also save the recordings on Facebook and YouTube. I'm almost to 1,000 over here, Grace. So I'm going to keep tapping until I get there, and then I'll move back, and whatever happens, happens. Okay. Rockin', how are you this morning? I seen that you said doing well. Are you working today? Are you back to the grind of things from vacation? Welcome in, Facebook and YouTube, Twitch. How is everybody today? Thanks for hanging out with us. I try to make sure that you guys know what's going on. There's so many different things to add on here. Is that Robin? Robin? Yes, Rockin'. Well, Rockin' Horse. No, Rockin' Horse. Karen, right? It's Karen. Pretty sure it's Karen. I don't think I ever pay attention to your first name. I try not to. Some people I remember. I thought it was Karen. Grace said to tell you hello. She's on TikTok this morning. She likes to hang out with me over there. She jumps in over here on this one sometimes, but most of the time she's over here on TikTok, which I can't thank her enough because she said hi back. I appreciate everybody where they go and how they come in and join. Okay, I'm at 1,500 hearts over here on TikTok, so I'm gonna quit pushing now. Week 2, we are talking about, this is week 2, lateral step up and front raise. I'm typing this over here on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know which ones get that. YouTube. Today is circuit day. All right. So I just added that in there on Facebook and YouTube. Man, I don't know if I can. Yeah, it won't let me copy it now. I'm going to just speak it over here, Karen, Rockin'. Sorry. This is week 2. We're going over. This is week 2. Might as well just lateral step up and front raise. There we go. All right, now I got things going. Good morning, everybody that's joining in. Welcome in, and thanks for hanging out with us today. I see a couple of people everywhere this morning. Thanks so much for being here. This week, we are going over the lateral step up and the front raise. You should see this everywhere I am. And know our main exercises for the week. We will go over our core exercises today, Grace. I wanted to go ahead and tell you that because I'm going to have to take tomorrow off. We had some car trouble, and we have an appointment to have our car, and it takes us about 30 minutes to get there. So I have to be there at 8 a.m. All right. So we're going to step back. We're going to do our circuit. Remember, we're going to do 10 of each thing. And that's where our circuit flow starts. And then we will we'll go straight into our 2 exercises. After we do the circuit with the 2 exercises, then I will go over the 2 core exercises. I don't really want to confuse everything, because Thursday we do that and we add everything together. Oh, good. I wasn't sure. So before we get started, I have a bench that I usually use. Let me fix my shorts. They look a little uneven this morning. And that'll drive me nuts. So I have a bench, and Grace, this is the bench that I was telling you about yesterday. I have a bench that I was using a step up yesterday, but I'm going to use the bench today for the little steps. So I have this. Okay, this is what one of my step ups look like. Can you see this? I hope it shows. There we go. So this is one of the steps. I made this. Actually, my husband made this. Helped me so much, because I wanted a step and I wasn't able to go outside to use my steps outside. When you're doing a step up, you can totally do this from outside. If you can go outside, if it's not too cold or not too hot or anything like that, you can always use your steps for any step up exercise. You can use your home stairs. So I made this. It was very easy to make. And we made this, and it didn't take us hardly any time. You see that it is homemade, because right here, I forgot to paint the bottom. So that is one. That's my homemade step. Now, this is just a little block. This is like a yoga block or a stability block, whatever you want to call it. It's a foam block, and it's smaller than the step that I just showed you. See, it's very thin. So it creates just a small step. Now, I was telling Grace is on one of my social medias. Actually, she's on a lot of them, but the one that she's on right now. This is the bench that I was talking about yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you some of the functions while I do this before we get started with our circuit. This was not intentional, so I apologize for throwing this in there, but I am going to use this bench today to do the step ups, Grace. So I was showing you all the things. Well, in some of the exercises that we do, you need the bench, right? You also have storage in here, right here, Grace. So if you decide on this, or you decide that that's something that you're interested in, it has storage underneath, so then you can hold and store your bands if you don't have a lot of room. So I just wanted to go ahead and tell you that. But the biggest part of this, I have to move it back because not everybody can see the legs. So right here, I have an adjustment. You see, this is a leg right here. I can adjust this and make it shorter. So then it becomes a short step. That's why I was telling you the other day that if you wanted something multifunctional, that you could even use this. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these, and I'm going to use that for my step up. So it really does take a lot of height off of that. Now, I'm going to show you all 3 steps. This is one. See the difference in those 2? Okay. I'm going to do that, so then you can see all the stages. I'm going to turn this one kind of this way. So if you're starting out, you can use this one. It's really short, right? Very little step. Doesn't take much. Grace, if you have a book, I know you have a couple books. You might not want to step on your books, but if you have a book or a very firm pillow, or something like that, you could always use that. You could stack it against the wall, push them against the wall so they're sturdy, and then cover them with something so you don't mess them up. But that gives you a little step up. Just make sure that it's big enough for your whole foot to step on. Okay, I know that you were having trouble doing this because it's really cold still where you are, and it's very early. So that's another option. I've been racking my brain for things for you to do until you decide on which one you want to purchase. So you could use this, which is totally fine. You could use a book. Actually, I have some books. Watch this. I'm even going to show you the book. So I have a book right here. You can see how thick it is. It's a little thinner than that one. So let's do a couple. This one is even. Oh, well, you might not be able to see it. Let's move it back. So now the books actually created it even to my purple block. These are all options that you can use. See, I'm just going to step up. That's all we're doing. You just want to get that little step up action right there. Okay? So these are a couple options for you. And I apologize again, guys. This was something that she had brought to me yesterday after we did the step ups. And I have been racking my brain to help you since yesterday to find you something until you decide on what you really want. Because I don't want you to feel like you have to rush on a decision for what you want just because you don't think you have something that you can use. So there's a book. If you've got books, stack a couple up. Just push them against the wall so they don't slide around on you. Okay, and then these are 3 simple options. You can make it yourself or you can buy one. Okay, so you can see right here, I was using this one yesterday when we did this. Look at the same. It's almost the same identical step. Not much difference at all. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. I'm going to move my board out of the way. Let me move back because I feel like you're. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go, Grace. That's something that you can do until you decide on whatever you're going to do. So today I'm going to use my shorter bench. It just adjusts, and there are some out there that have multiple drop downs that adjust multiple times. So this is probably, I'm going to say this is probably the lowest that most of them go, unless you get one of the little square ones. I told you about that one yesterday. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a square. And then it has 2 of those drop downs that come out, and they just kind of come off. They don't flip like this. They come away from it. So you pull it off. There's other places that you can get stuff like that. Five Below, if you have anything like that. Oh, I don't know if it'll let me link it. I don't know if it allows me to do that. I'll have to look into that today. I do have a storefront on Amazon. I know I probably shouldn't be saying that. They might flag me or whatever, but I just wanted you to know. I wasn't really trying to push that, but I'll see if it'll allow me to do that. And I'll check into it today, Grace. If anybody knows anything about TikTok and doing that kind of thing, or any of these other platforms, I'm on all these platforms at one time, and I know nothing about them. I just kind of go live because I want to help you guys make things a little bit easier, and I want you to feel strong. Okay, so we're going to do this one, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to work with it. So I'm going to push it against the wall. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe if you don't mind, maybe I'll talk to you after a while about that, and maybe I can get it all set up. I don't really know how to do all that. And I guess I could do that everywhere. I'm sure there's some way to do it everywhere. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. That would be amazing to do that. I'm so excited. I did get approved to have a storefront. So that's a big thing for me. I've been trying to figure out where I was going to let people know about the things that I do use all the time. And I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So it's going to work out for multiple ways, multiple people, things like that. So I'm going to move this against the wall because we are doing a few exercises and I want it out of the way for my warm up. But let me think about how I want to do this, because remember, we're doing all of the exercises today. We're doing all of the warm up and we're doing the 2 exercises, which includes that step up right here. So forward and back. Okay, I think I can move it out actually until I'm ready to use it. Maybe I can push it in. Let me see. I'm going to push it in. I'm going to push it in right here. That actually might be where I leave it from now on. just so it's there. Okay, so we're going to do that forward and back step, and then we're going to do the side to side step. So we're going to do 10 of everything this morning as we get started. And we're going to make this a full-on warm-up. So you do 10 reps of everything. We're going to go through all of those before we stop. You can take a second to switch between those. Usually 10 or 15 seconds should give you plenty of time to do a simple change out. So if you're just joining in now, this is why I don't put things behind me. Now we're going to get things started and we're going to do our warm up. We're going to start with a forward step here and back, here and back. Okay. And then you see I'm holding it. I'm not just running through this motion. I am holding just like that. Okay. All right. So we're going to go forward and back. We're doing 10 of these. You can move your hands if you want to, and back, just like this. It's going to help you a little bit with your stability, get those legs moving. I'm going heel, toe, okay, heel, toe, and then toe, heel, toe, and then toe, heel. 7. We're going to do the other side too. 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now we're going to switch sides. This is where I usually need the assistance of the wall. So if you need a wall, it's okay to do that. We're going to go forward. Oops, wrong one. We're going to go forward and back. Okay. 2, 3. See how I'm going heel, toe, and then whenever I go backwards, I'm going toe, heel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're going to go straight into the side to side. So we're going to lateral step, and we're going to hold that foot up, and then we're going to go the other way. So here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, if you are just starting any of these programs, 6. Make sure that you reach out to your healthcare professional before you get started with any fitness or nutrition program that you want to start. It's okay to do that. Just always check with your medical professionals first. And then listen to your body when you start any of these programs. Listen to your body. Stop if you need to. Rest if you need to. Modify if you need to. Just remember that. All right. Next one is that side reach. We're going to do this in a little bit faster motion. 1, because we're doing this in our stretch at the end too, remember? This is for the movement. This is to go get that heart pumping. 5, 6, 7, 8, Almost done. This is it. And 10. All right. And then we're going to go with that hip hinge and that sweep. I always like to just start here, sweep down. You're hinging 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My back is staying straight. 8, 9, and 10. When you hinge over, you're hinging forward just like this, and you're going down only as far as you need to. You don't have to make it a forceful thing. Stop if you feel any tension or anything like that in your back when you do this. When you go down, you can stop where you need to. It's okay. Last one is that shoulder roll with that upright overhead reach. Okay, so we're going to roll our shoulders back, hands up above our head, come right back down and finish. Roll those shoulders back, up, down, roll, up, down. Okay, 5, 6, 7. This is really good for posture, guys. If you have problems with your posture, if you have tight shoulders or anything like that. 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right. That was our whole round right there of our warm up. We did 10 of everything. Now we're going to go into our lateral step up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to do this from the wall. I might have to move it out a little bit, but we're going to try it. So we're going to step up, push, 2. Whoops. I'm going to pull it out because I need to touch my hand on the wall with this foot anyway. All right, so my foot is in the center of the step. I'm going to push up and down. My whole foot is on the step, and that's what I'm using to push. You're going to feel this in your glute. You're going to feel this in your quad. 5, 6. Remember, we have to do this to the other side also. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. We're going to go to the other side. Now, I mentioned yesterday that if you wanted to drop that foot every time, you can. But if you're just getting started and you're a little uncomfortable doing that, get that foot up there and go like this. You're still getting that lateral step in there. Okay. 3. But if you want to drop that foot, give you a little bit more movement in there, you totally can. Okay. 6. We have 4 more. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now onto the front raise. Yesterday we showed it we showed this without the resistance bands. We showed it with just your arms and how to engage your muscle as you did it, just so you feel it. We did it with resistance bands, and then we also did this with weight. I'll do it with resistance bands for one side and your dumbbell with the other, just like I did yesterday. So I'm going to tighten my resistance bands. You see how I have it? It's just a little bit loose right here, but you want to be able to feel a little resistance, like if you pull up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to turn our knuckles or to the wall away from us and pull. 1. We're going shoulder level. 2, 3, and if you need that hand there to do that, that's okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to use our dumbbell. Okay, for the other side. So for the other side, I'm going to show you with the dumbbell. You can choose one or the other. Do not do it this way. So if you're going to use the resistance bands, use the resistance bands. If you're going to use a dumbbell, use a dumbbell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just like that. So we did our resistance bands, we did our dumbbells, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you whenever you're doing this, if you want to do this with no weight, you just, hands are by your side, and you're going to engage your arms. You're going to make those muscles feel like they're already tight before you begin. So I'm just going to engage. I'm relaxed. I'm going to show you this. So I'm relaxed right here. I'm engaged. Relaxed, engaged. You can see how my shoulder changes right here. Trying to, and I don't know if y'all can see that, all the way down. My whole arm engaged. So then you go up. You feel the resistance in that just by doing that. Engage and up. Engage and up. That's all you need to do. If you're just getting started and you're a little concerned about doing weights or resistance bands or anything like that, you just engage that muscle. I'm going to show you on this side too. I feel like there might be a little bit more to see. Okay, I don't know why it just said that. It just said sexual behaviors or something on my live. Did you see that, Grace? I just got like a restriction. I don't know why. All right, so we're gonna engage that muscle right here. See, right here, and then pull, just like that. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Good morning. What's up? It's been a while. It's been a while. Thanks for hanging out over here. So, we're going to show the core exercises. Now, remember, we just went over the full warm-up. We went over the 2 exercises for the week, and now we're going to do our core exercises. So, the 2 core exercises that we've chosen for this week are fire hydrants and lying forward leg swing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the floor. The fire hydrant is going to be with a, I don't really like this bench here, Grace. I'm going to move it. I do not like it. I think it gets in the way. So we're just going to move it out of the way right there. I'm going to get it out of my screen a little bit. So fire hydrants are going to be the first one. We're going on to that tabletop position. Let me see what you said. Oh, yay! 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 Good. Okay, so fire hydrant. We're going to go tabletop position. Remember, that means you're on your hands or your knees. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. So I'm going to have to turn this way so you can like literally see my leg do what it's got to do. So the fire hydrant, you're keeping your knee bent, lifting your leg, one leg off the floor, and you're coming up just like this. Out and in. Out and in. I'm going to try to see. See how I'm bringing that leg out? I know it sounds crazy, but it's like a dog that's peeing on a fire hydrant. A boy dog would do this. And then you're going to switch sides. So I'm going to try to turn this way. All right, so my other side, I'm going out and in. You can go up as far as you want to. You just don't want your body to lean when you do it. You want to keep your body straight and you're going up. Just like that. Okay? All right, I'm using that hip to do this movement, and it's going out away from me. That's all we're doing. The other one is that lying forward swing. So you're going to lay on your side. Both legs are outstretched, just like this. You can put your hand on the floor if you need it for balance. My arm is bent. My fingers are facing away from me. I'm going to lift one leg up, forward, and back. That's it. And back. Forward and back. Now you can do this laying flat if you want to. See, my body is nice and straight. Right here. Core engaged. And you're just going forward and back. Well, my foot feels like it's slipping because of, you don't want your body to move. You want to try to keep your body right where it's at. You're going even with your foot and then out and back. Out and back. And then we're going to switch sides. Because remember, when we do something like this, we want to even the sides, right? So my hand is in front of my belly right here. That'll give you something, give you a little stability if you need it. My other hand is behind my head, or if you want to, you can lift your body like this. Okay? Either way is okay. Just make sure it feels comfortable to you. So we're going to start with my feet together. Lift, out, and in. Out, and in. Even with those shoes, my shoes are connecting. Okay? And in. One more. And in. You go as far up as you are comfortable. It is okay if you can only go here and back. It's okay. Find your starting point and just grow from there. So you're going out and in. Okay? So if you can go way far out without moving the rest of your body, totally good. But if you start going out and you feel your hips wanting to shift forward and bring your body forward to make it happen, stop right there and make that your starting point. Or make that your stopping point. Either way. Okay? All right. If you have any questions about the 2 core exercises that we did today, please feel free to ask those in the comments, because Thursday when I come back, we will add that to our circuit. That will be added to our circuit on Thursday. Now I've got to arrange I have a whole bunch of weights over here. And we're just going to do that for now. All righty. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll happily answer them as best that I can. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Big, what's up? Woohoo. All right. If there's any questions, feel free to ask now. And then I'm going to breathe for a second. This is kind of like starting my cool down, and then we'll go into those cool down movements. I just want to glance at everything and make sure there's no questions so far, because we want to make sure everybody understands these. Oh, yeah. Good. Okay. All right. So we're going to go into our cool down now. That's our stretches. Remember, we did some seated stuff, and we did all of it can be done. Oh, shoot. I need to move my chair. I'm so sorry, people. I'm so sorry. All right. So I'll move my bench back over, and then you can do that. I'm going to enlarge my legs, though. I'm going to extend those. See how easy that is to transition? Very easy. I said it was very easy. And then that one wanted to be a bugger. All right. right, so I'm going to turn my bench this way. Okay, we're going to do these from seated. Remember, we're just doing that side reach. We did this in the warm-up, but this one is more for the stretch. Remember to breathe when you're doing these. You're just going to take that hand, go across your body above your head, and you're just going to stretch. You're going to feel this in your side. You're going to feel this in your shoulder some. Okay? You don't have to have your hand in any specific place. If you want it beside you, you can do that. I like to cross mine over my leg. Just kind of keeps everything in line. Okay? Then we're going to do the other side. Remember to breathe when you do these. And you're just going straight over your body. My body is straight. I'm leaning to the side. And my arm is above my head doing a stretch. Okay? Overhead reach. All right. So next one is that seated twist. Now we've done this. I've showed it from the floor so you can cross your legs over and that's the way you do it. But from a seated position, if you're in a chair or if you're on the bed or somewhere like that and you just want to do it from a seated position, cross those legs if you need to. You can keep your legs like this, but remember, I like to cross my legs. That just kind of gives me an idea of the direction that I'm going. So the top leg is the direction you want to go. So we're going to go, my right leg is crossed over top. I'm going to turn to the right. So I'm just twisting my body. My back is staying straight, okay? And I'm just turning like this. I'm putting a little pressure on this knee, but you do not have to. So if you just want to start straight and turn a little, no pushing, that's okay too. Start where you are. It does not matter. And then if you feel comfortable and you want to tug on that knee a little bit, you can. And it's making me turn a little more. Keep your posture up, and that's the way it needs to work. Okay, if you need to drop that to take some of the pressure off, that's okay. But you want to try to get to where your posture is up when you twist. Now we're going to switch feet. My other foot is on top now, and I'm just turning. Okay, see, my back is nice and straight as I turn. All right, the next one is a figure 4 stretch. We've done this from the floor where both legs are completely straight. But this one, we're going to put our leg over our knee. Remember, if it's too tight over your knee with your other leg bent, you can straighten the leg out. It's totally okay. And then you're just leaning forward. That's it. Just lean forward. You're going to feel this in that hip, that glute on this side. Now, if you want to feel it more, bring that knee up, bend it, and boy, are you going to feel it. You're going to feel it all the way up here, and then it's going to run down that leg just a little bit more. Keeping that posture up. You want to focus on that bend over as you do it. Okay. And then stop. We're going to go to the other side. And lean. That's all we're doing. You're just leaning over. Just leaning over. So if you cross your legs and you like to lean over like that just to feel that, that's all you're doing. That's it. Remember, if you can't get that knee bent like this, if that knee needs to be straight, it's okay. Just like that. Okay? All right, the last one is that shoulder stretch. We've been doing a lot of shoulder movements this week, this month, and I can't believe we're already in week 2. So we're just going to do that crossover. So you take your arm out in front of you, you're going to cross it over. The other arm is going to come in. Try to get your arm into your elbow, and as you squeeze your arm together, bending that elbow, you're going to feel this in your shoulder right up here. Just like that. Remember to breathe when you're doing this. Then we're going to switch that arm. Elbow. See, my arm is in my elbow. Now, if you need to do it down here, that's okay. You're still going to get the stretch. It just tightens it. The higher you go, the more you're going to feel that stretch in that upper shoulder over here. Okay? Remember to breathe when you do these. So if you're going to hold it for 5 or 10 seconds, make sure that you're taking some nice deep breaths in and out as you do it. Okay? Nice breaths. Relax. Use this for your stretch. Use this for a cool down. Use this to make your body relax after you do that full workout. Remember on Thursday, when we put this all together, we for sure will do 1 circuit, but sometimes we get to throw in 2 or 3 circuits. So if you're here, share this out with people. Let them know that I go live Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central. And also let them know that we do things to help you feel strong. That's so very important for me. If you were here yesterday, I showed the shirt for this coming year's 5K. If not, I will be wearing it again on, I don't know, probably Thursday. I'll probably wear it again on Thursday while we do our stuff. Yes, it does. The butterfly stretch, the figure 4 does do the inside of your thigh, but it's going to work more of that outer glute area, where the butterfly does more of the inside. But yes, you're going to feel it in similar areas. I like to stretch at the end because my muscles are nice and warm then. And then it just kind of, it feels really good to me. Some people stretch at the beginning of a workout. I like to stretch at the end of a workout because my muscles are already warm, and then they're easy. They feel like they move a little smoother. So, and then you really feel that stretch, because when you work out, your muscles get tense, right? And so as you're cooling down, you just want to stretch those out and feel them. It'll like loosen things back up for you. And then if you're doing some exercises that might tend to make you a little more sore, this is going to kind of ease that up a little bit, so you won't be quite as sore tomorrow. Did that help answer your question, Grace? All righty. Absolutely. No worries. Like I said, yeah, a lot of people do this. Some people do it in the beginning of their workout. I like to use the movements that I do for our warm-ups. Those are just warming up your muscles. And then the stretches, they're kind of cooling down your muscles and kind of like stretching them a little bit while they're kind of tense, but they're warm. And so that's the reason that I do it gently. And that's why I always encourage, do it gently. You don't want to just jerk on your arm when you're doing this. You want to go nice and slow with those movements, and then take nice deep breaths. And that kind of like tells your body, okay, it's time to relax now. So, like I said, if you joined me yesterday, I did mention that I am almost done setting up all the things for sponsorships and registration for my 5K that's coming up in October. I cannot believe it. That will be here before we turn around. This year is already flying by. So I hope to be able to announce the official website open at the end of this week, if not the first of next week. So be watching for that. I'll start doing videos talking about my 5K. I know that there was a lot of people that was not in here yesterday that did not get to see the shirt, but it is amazing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's very, very important. Very important. So as we get moving on into the month of June, I have so many big announcements coming up, so many big things coming up. And I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me to be a part of it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to start advertising my 5K, but I won't officially advertise it until I get the link up and ready for when people do ask and they want to sponsor. So get ready for it. Sponsorships will start opening. And I have added a lower tiered sponsorship since I'm not taking donations this year. I explained that earlier, was because I can't say that I'm giving 100%, I don't like to take the donations because they take 3.5% off the top. So I can't say 100% of your donation is going. And so in the heart of me, I cannot do that. So I'm doing sponsorships and I'm going to drop them, and I'm going to try to make my sponsorships as low as $25 if the system will allow me to do that. So be watching for that. If not, I will try to find another way to make it possible for anybody to be able to donate, because I know that this is a huge thing for me. And the more help that I can get, the more that I can donate to my organization this year. That's it. Let's go. Let's do this. All right. I don't see any questions about the exercises. It is 7:56. You guys know I don't like to push you past an hour. So, thanks for hanging out with me today. And remember that this is your journey, but you do not have to do it alone. We'll be here Monday through Friday, most days, 5 days a week at 7 a.m. Central. See ya.